We wish you much success in your new role as president of SUNY Suffolk and look forward to a flourishing relationship in the years ahead.
So congratulations, Ed, on your inauguration today as president of Suffolk Community College. We are so delighted also to have you to serve on our HIALI Board of Directors. With over 20 years of experience and you really understanding that education is absolutely the key for our businesses to really fill their viable talent pool, your understanding of economic and workforce initiatives, you're the perfect fit, just the perfect fit to lead this college. So congratulations again, good luck, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
Dr. Bonahue, or may I call you Dr. Ed? I remember that we decided to do that you would call me Miss Mary and I would call you Dr. Ed. Well, this morning I want to congratulate you on your coming inauguration. I look forward to working with you to implement some of the plans that you have for our community. We are just so excited about this. We're looking forward to the expansion of the trades as part of the college curriculum. And we're also looking forward to doing things for the children with disabilities. And I know that you will help us move forward in that dream. So thank you very much for being here, and I wish you all the luck. I know that God is on your side, and we will succeed together.
Thank you so much to the Inauguration Planning Committee for the opportunity to tell my wonderful husband how proud our children, Edward, Maddie, and Alex, and I are of you, and how excited we are for you that you have the opportunity to lead this great community college. We're also very grateful to the Suffolk community. It's the place that Ed called home. It's the place where he first learned about the power of education to change lives, and it was this wonderful community that instilled in him his passion for learning. So thank you, Suffolk County Community College, and congratulations, darling.
I want to congratulate Dr. Ed Bonahue on his upcoming inauguration. The 20,000 students here at Suffolk Community College, the faculty, the staff, administrators, we are all looking forward to a peaceful, happy, and prosperous school year and beyond.
Hi, I'm Suffolk County Executive Steve Bellone, and I am so proud to officially welcome Dr. Ed Bonahue as president of Suffolk County Community College. We are all incredibly proud that this Suffolk County native is leading this critically important institution. With more than 20 years of experience in community college education, he's already hit the ground running and doing great things for our college, and we know that the best is yet to come. Congratulations, Dr. Bonahue. Look forward to working with you in the years ahead.
Hello, my name is Carolyn Lynch and I'm the president of the Airman Student Government Association. On behalf of the executive board and the senators, I'd like to congratulate President Bonahue on his inauguration. It's an honor to welcome him to Suffolk. We're looking forward to seeing Suffolk thrive under his leadership. We wish him the best of luck and continued success.
President Bonahue, on behalf of the nearly 1,500 members of the Faculty Association, it's an honor to welcome you as our 7th president to Suffolk County Community College. The members of the Faculty Association are committed to student excellence and success, and we are thrilled that our values align with your values for the institution. We look forward to continuing to work with you as you continue to further the college's mission. Welcome to our community. We wish you great success as you lead our beloved Suffolk County Community College into the future.
Welcome, President Bonahue. Congratulations on your inauguration. I wish you personal fulfillment and much success in your new role. As students and student government grant, we are looking forward to an enriched learning environment that empowers students to transform their lives.
Congratulations, Dr. Bonahue. I look forward to working with you many years in the future, and thank you for all you've done for our members so far.
Hello, President Bonahue. As chair of the Suffolk County Board, I just want to tell you that since I met you back in July of 2020, you just continue to impress me. I must say that you believe in the mission and goals of the foundation, and always remember, please always remember, our students come first. Look forward to seeing you at the inauguration. Again, keep smiling, stay safe, and God bless. And go Sharks!
Dr. Bonahue, I'm very pleased to be here today to extend my heartiest congratulations on your appointment as the 7th president of Suffolk County Community College, an institution that has served this county, this state, with extreme excellence, and which I look forward to you continuing the traditions that we have seen. Suffolk is not only the largest, but one of the best community colleges in this state. Your guidance as its president, with your style and your personality and excellent preparations, will bring it to new heights, I am certain. My best wishes for a long and happy, successful career at this great institution.
Dr. Bonahue, on behalf of the Guild of Administrative Officers, I'd like to welcome you to Suffolk County Community College. It's been a challenging couple of years, and after meeting you at the interview and working with you for the last 3 or 4 months, I know we made the right decision. I look forward to working with you in the future to make sure Suffolk Community College can address the needs of our community and address the challenges that we face as we enter this new era.
On behalf of the Eastern Campus student body, I would like to welcome President Bonahue to Suffolk County Community College. We are so excited to see how you will improve our college experience for current and future students.
I'd like to congratulate Dr. Bonahue on being the next president of Suffolk Community College, but I'd also like to congratulate the college on obtaining the services of such an outstanding individual.
Dr. Bonahue, as chairman,
It is an honor to announce the members participating in today's processional as they enter the arena. First, our platform party, which includes our current Board of Trustees, former Board of Trustee members, former President La Lima, and today's program speakers. We welcome delegates representing other institutions of higher education. With us today are representatives from St. John's University, Adelphi University, Farmingdale State College, St. Joseph's College, Molloy College, Stony Brook University, Nassau Community College, SUNY Adirondack, SUNY Old Westbury, SUNY Empire State, and Five Towns College. We welcome state and local elected officers representing Suffolk County. We welcome members of the Suffolk Community College Foundation Board of Directors. Ladies and gentlemen, forming an honor guard of welcome are our student delegates, delegates representing the Association of Municipal Employees, the Guild of Administrative Officers, the Faculty Association of Suffolk Community College, the college's Central Administration, and President's Cabinet. Alvin Cofone, Professor of Sociology. We now welcome the Chair of the College's Board of Trustees, E. Christopher Murray, and representing SUNY, Christy Woods, member of the SUNY Board of Trustees and President of the Faculty Council of Community Colleges. join me in greeting Dr. Edward T. Bonahue. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please remain standing and direct your attention to the color guard. joining us today from the Navy Reserve Center of Long Island under the direction of Commander Creighton Ho for the presentation of the colors. Then, leading the Pledge of Allegiance today will be United States Air Force veteran and SUNY Suffolk student Nathan Gardner. We ask that you remain standing until the colors have been retired. This will occur following the singing of our national anthem presented today by the college choir. Please welcome Nathan Gardner.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. We extend our appreciation to Dr. Kavanaugh and Dr. Wright, as well as our talented student performers, for their musical contributions to today's program. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of our Board of Trustees, the State University of New York, our Suffolk County sponsors, and the entire college community, I am pleased to welcome you to the inauguration ceremony marking the investiture of the 7th President of Suffolk County Community College, Dr. Edward T. Bonahue. My name is Elizabeth McCormick, and I am an Associate Professor of English on the college's Ammerman campus. It's my pleasure and an honor to handle the MC responsibilities for today's program. Leading this morning's academic processional was our Grand Marshal, Alban Cofone, Professor of Sociology on the Ammerman campus, who is one of the college's longest-serving faculty members. Professor Cofone is a United States Army veteran, Coast Guard aviator, and head of the College Honors Program. We are delighted to have this opportunity to recognize Professor Cofone and his many years of service to the college and our students. As a part of the college's commitment to equity, I now introduce Christina Vargas, the college's Chief Diversity Officer, who will deliver today's land acknowledgement.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and bienvenidos a todos. As part of our welcome this morning, we begin by acknowledging that we are gathered today on land that was traditionally territory of the 13 communities that existed on Long Island for centuries before Europeans arrived. In particular, Suffolk County was home to nations whose names are still heard in the present-day geography of our region: Nissaquogs, Korchogs, Secatogs, Unkachog, Shinnecock, Montaukett, the Manhansets. Today, the Shinnecock and Unkachog constitute sovereign nations within Suffolk County, and small communities like the Salcatad Indian Nation in East Setauket and the Montaukett Indian Nation also remain on Long Island. We recognize the unique and disproportionate hardships Native Americans have faced and continue to experience, and we honor their strength and resilience in protecting this land. We encourage all residents of Suffolk County to recognize the history of the land and its native people, and to educate themselves regarding the sacred and culturally significant aspects of Native American history on Long Island. As a college community, we commit ourselves to promoting enrollment, learning, service, and advocacy according to their example. Thank you.
Our original program called for us to welcome Chief Harry Wallace of the Unkachog Nation to share an invocation. Unfortunately, circumstances intervened that required him to cancel his plans to be with us today. So we will continue with our program. As you can see, we have numerous honored guests joining us for today's ceremony. Unfortunately, we cannot introduce everyone individually, but we would like to acknowledge the importance you have placed on being present for this noteworthy moment in our institution's history. We are honored by the attendance and support shown here today, by the delegates representing other institutions of higher education, by our state and local elected officials, by our many partners and community leaders, by our board members, by our students, by our administrators, by our AME staff, by our retirees, by our alumni. You are our community, and it is an honor to recognize and thank you today. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Sarah Kane Gutowski, Professor of English on our Eastern Campus, who has written an original inaugural poem entitled A Shared Relief.
Thank you. An occasional poem in honor of Dr. Edward T. Bonahue, the 7th President of Suffolk County Community College, and dedicated to students, alum, staff, faculty, and administration. 1. Forgive me, I cannot write about hope, even as snow melts and unmasks signs of spring, and the past looms with its close, claustrophobic shadow, a room difficult to escape, its air difficult to breathe. Our memories lock down, or we shelter in memories, and a future with good weather feels farcical, a pantomime at best. And yet, some of us remain. Some of us lived by keeping our heads above each cold wave, where we dove and swam inside it, our immersion a kind of faith, trusting we'd surface to air and sun. We emerge to honor our loved and lost with more living. When pressed, I place my faith in friends. Perhaps this is my best approximation of hope. Not a feeling or a place like despair, but a people we return to after the worst damage is exacted. Perhaps memory serves us best when it reveals this, that after the onslaught of illness, fear, isolation, and doubt, privation and poverty, empty rhetoric and tenuous polity, something remains. Friendship we recognize, that we can name. 2. My friend Joe articulates skeletons, bones of birds and small beasts he cleans and reassembles inside the hours he's not teaching. Alana, our former student, now an alum, now a friend, studied entomology with him. She recognizes the beauty of thorax, antennae, and spiracle beyond the beauty of those words taking shape in the mouth. She spreads and pins butterflies in her spare time, each minute fragile and vulnerable as a moth wing. Before she left to continue school in the wild elsewhere, she gifted me a ladybug preserved in a jar the size of my thumb. It sits on a shelf in the office I share with Adam, fellow poet, also alum, father of 5, faithful friend. In a different life, I shared an office with Carol on a different campus. She sends letters from different cities now: Venice, Cartagena, Dresden. Always a professor, but bereft of her classroom. In retirement, through letters, she teaches us how to value good wine, good food, and the goodness of strangers in a world that burns darker. Within our darkened campus planetarium, my friend Janet spins the glittering, expanding, collapsing universe. How many students have been simultaneously soothed and terrified sitting beneath so many dying suns? Meredith used our own dying sun early in the pandemic to bleed images in gorgeous cerulean across paper, cyanotype after cyanotype proclaiming, "I'm still here." During those first months when we saw no one and went nowhere, Misty would send small gifts through the mail, surprises that said clearly, "Someone cares." In photos, her partner Sean lifts their small son with arms mapped in tattoos, arcane shapes and hieroglyphics profound as the most beautiful equation, which Ted praises with the same enthusiasm he has for the beautiful boat he sails in the summer waters off the coast of our island. Lisa documents the ocean and the beach in all seasons, helps me quiet my mind with videos of winter surf, wind moving through pine boughs. It's almost enough to drown out the call and quaver of social media, which can be as briny as a wave pool, but also holds so much life. Deb and her nieces and nephews, Maria and her grandson and rescue dogs, Cynthia and Sean's boys petting cats at the shelter, photos of Justin as a little leaguer decades before he wrote his book about baseball. In the months where I didn't see an end to the illness or isolation, despite despising the computer and its torturous blue light, I returned to the apps and the sites for reminders. Phoebe loves travel, her twins, and reggae. Michael makes pierogi and cookies with Nora. Ginny makes us laugh by explaining the use and function of butter curlers. Adrian grooms and rides her horse, Diesel, shares Tristan's latest woodworking builds. Kim reminds us to honor and appreciate our family while we have them to hold while they are near. Chloe graduated, is married, and expecting a baby. Dan teaches Tamsin to duck hunt, and then she schools him in ping pong. Liz makes me wistful for days when we plan travel and doggy play dates. But when I return to campus after the long hiatus, the months after being present while not being in person, it's thrilling to see Susan, even with 6 feet between us, to speak about family and the fun of dating, to hear Dr. Love's voice echo through the student center, to laugh with Loretta at the lunch counter or speak with Rita in between offices she disinfects and cleans, and to feel finally like we, she, they, me, all of us might be close to happiness or at least contentment again. As if one day soon I'll meet with Sandra for sushi and book talk, or compare notes about UFC fights with Doug, or chat in the halls with Mary, who sent me an RBG finger puppet when Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed because my friends and I mourned publicly. Perhaps instead of sending sporadic, jokey emails to Cullen, I might meet with him and Anne and share a beer. At the very least, there's a quiet joy because I can meet Eiley in person now, a rare smile among the sea of black squares those first semesters when we were locked into teaching and learning through Zoom. Now Eiley and their peers help me relearn what it means to love language, to love art, to love discovery's adrenaline rush and its softer cousin, introspection. Their enthusiasm reminds me of Keaton, who, like so many of our students, began at Suffolk as one person and continues now at another school in another state, changed. A different person in some ways, but in the important ones, the same. Back when I was first teaching, we talked for hours about music. They would like my friend Murph, who teaches history and devotes hours to reading about faith, to hiking with Leah, but more importantly, shares concert tickets to see Toto and Journey. These are the people I value, they who keep me, yes, to some small, precious extent, believing. 3. Pop songs can't convince me that hope is essential to recovery. The body works without that germ multiplying itself. Yet perhaps recovery is necessary for hope. A body must be made hospitable to the spikes and proteins of optimism. We need proof, however slight, that cells are resilient and regenerative even late in life, and this is what we mean when we say we need something to live for. The life of our institution, this college, these campuses cannot resist decay without this evidence of recovery in its people. Not just in our lungs, in our joints, in our whole selves which weathered the pandemic, and yes, even the storms that predated it, but in the energies, psychological, emotional, intellectual, that we bring back to our classrooms, our offices, our libraries, and our labs, to our studios, our galleries, and our stages. We must care for each other now, our colleagues and co-workers, our peers and acquaintances and friends, in a way that can be hard to justify when the world demands so much. We may use words like hope, but let's be honest. We're tired, so future feels too intangible a term. And some of us, yes, are still reluctant to return to the offices of the old ways because vaccination can't and won't and shouldn't erase disability, nor will it restore compromised immunity or provide daycare for children and aging parents. It won't cure inflation, food insecurity, or war. So let us focus then on the present, on this one moment. Let us recognize how this occasion will help us heal, just as our friends have helped us grow, as they have taught us even when their purpose wasn't to teach, but to clean or balance a budget or answer phones. Even when we couldn't agree, let alone resolve to disagree. Being together again, communing in this space, whether virtual or real, masked or unmasked, standing 6 feet apart or 3, is the way to recovery, our eyes reflecting shared relief. It says, good, you're still here. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. The county, the community, and several constituencies within the college have been invited to welcome and extend congratulations to Dr. Bonahue on this important occasion. Delivering greetings from our sponsor, Suffolk County, is County Executive Steve Bellone.
Good morning. It is a pleasure to join all of you to officially welcome Dr. Edward Bonahue as the 7th president of Suffolk County Community College. It's especially good to be here this morning in this space with all of you gathered together after the last 2 years and the traumatic experience, unprecedented crisis that we have gone through, all of us together. And it is springtime, and we are coming out of that. I want to acknowledge my colleagues who are here, who are tremendous supporters of this college, this institution in the Suffolk County Legislature. Our presiding officer, Kevin McCaffrey, Jason Richburg, our minority leader, Legislator Trish Bergen, Legislator Jim Mazzarella, Legislator Nick Caracappa, Legislator Manny Esteban, Legislator Stephanie Bontempi, and a former legislator, now the supervisor of the great town in which we are in today, Angie Carpenter. Mr. President, it's an honor to be here with you today in this space. This was the site of the largest vaccination site in Suffolk County. In fact, the single most number of vaccines in any one site in the state of New York occurred right here in this space at Suffolk Community College. Dr. Bonahue, to all of the members of the board, the faculty, the staff here, thank you for your incredible partnership and leadership through this unprecedented crisis. This institution literally helped to save lives in our community. Thank you. Suffolk Community College is truly one of the greatest assets that we have here in this county. The college provides countless opportunities for our residents of all ages to grow, prosper, and learn about their passions. We know that through a variety of academic programs and initiatives, this college sets up students for success. And fortunately for us, many of those students then take their skills and talents and contribute to the future success of this county. We are fortunate now to have a seasoned higher education executive with more than 20 years of experience in community college education leading this great institution. If the last 10 months tell us anything, it is that Dr. Bonahue is a proven leader. Throughout the course of his career, he has successfully implemented creative programs and created innovative partnerships, all talents that he has brought with him in his role as our new president. Dr. Bonahue is already engaged with local industries in need of skilled workers. He's a member of the Hauppauge Industrial Association Board of Directors. He understands that we need to provide students with the skills for the jobs of today, as well as the jobs of the future. Dr. Bonahue not only has the experience and know-how to lead this incredible institution, we know that he has a special interest in seeing this region succeed. As a native Suffolk County resident and graduate of Ward Melville High School, Dr. Bonahue's strong commitment to academic excellence, student engagement, and local partnerships will help achieve the goal of promoting opportunities for all through education that transforms lives and builds communities. His vision for community-based education, identifying challenges and opportunities with input from students, faculty, community stakeholders, and businesses, will continue to move this college ever forward and ever upward. Congratulations to you, Mr. President, Dr. Bonahue, and to Suffolk County Community College, which is benefiting from your great leadership. Congratulations.
Thank you, County Executive Ballone. Representing the Long Island community is Mary Reed, a member of the Foundation Board of Directors and an active community leader.
Good morning. What a wonderful occasion, the inauguration of Dr. Edward Bonahue. I am honored to have been asked to provide a greeting on behalf of our community partners. I began my service with the Suffolk Community College Foundation as a member of the Board of Directors some 7 years ago. Our main goal, fundraising for scholarships. In early 2020, I was asked to serve as a member of the Suffolk Community College Presidential Search Committee. Our duty, to make recommendations to the Board of Trustees for the position. And then, like everyone else in this room, we waited for the final results. In June of 2021, after several months of no news, I was happy when I heard that Dr. Edward Bonahue had been appointed as the 7th president of Suffolk Community College. At our first in-person meeting, I knew that he was the right person for the job, and my prayers had been answered. Well, in September of last year, we organized a meeting to introduce Dr. Bonahue to the communities of Bay Shore, Brentwood, and Central Islip. 100 community representatives from various organizations met at the Brentwood Public Library. It was truly a community get-together. You, Dr. Bonahue, made everyone feel at ease and willing to participate. We shared our visions and plans to work with you to move Suffolk Community College forward. Surprisingly, many got their start at Suffolk right here at the Grant campus, and now as adults are ready to give back. Well, Dr. Bonahue, you not only listen, you and your staff have kept in contact with and begun to implement the different suggestions offered that morning. We know that you were sincere when you said that you would keep in touch. Well, you have really done that. You've interacted with the library directors, with the superintendents of schools, labor leaders, civic groups, religious leaders, and mothers wanting to attend college who were seeking daycare and financial aid. And we thank you. We thank you so much for that. And I thank you. But anyone that knows me know that I cannot leave without asking for something. So today I asked you to add to your to-do list a program that will meet the needs of persons with disabilities, especially those with Down syndromes. And also remember to engage in frequent updates to the community groups. Dr. Bonahue, we, your community partners, look forward to a continued working relationship. We congratulate you as you lead us, this wonderful institution, into the future. And finally, family and spiritual revitalization in your daily activities will brighten your day. And I thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Mary. Representing the student body is our student trustee, Zachary Frost.
Thank you, Mary Lou, for double spacing my speech. I appreciate that. Well, good morning, colleagues, friends, and distinguished guests. My name is Zachary Frost, and I'm a nursing student here at Suffolk, as well as the student trustee. I am so excited to be here today to celebrate the inauguration of Suffolk County Community College's 7th president, Dr. Edward T. Bonahue. Thank you. Not only is President Bonahue amongst the finest and most influential of educators, but he is also a great leader. And this was apparent in our first meeting. You know, the first time I met President Bonahue, we spoke about the many resources made available to students to ensure their success. And President Bonahue wanted to streamline access to these resources and make them more readily available to any student who may be struggling. It was in this meeting that I saw President Bonahue's passion for driving success, especially for those at a disadvantage. And this resonated with me. You know, I come from a single parent household. My mom didn't make much money growing up. And I remember as a young child, probably 6 or 7 years old, my mother didn't have the easiest time going through college, whether it be financially or her trying to find someone to watch me while she was in class. And I can't help but wonder, had she been a student here at Suffolk County Community College and had access to all of these amazing resources like our food pantry, writing centers, hardship funds, and on-campus daycare centers, accompanied by caring professors and a great faculty, and maybe the help of Wikipedia as well, she probably would have had a much healthier college experience. And while we can't go back in time and tell my mother to apply to Suffolk County Community College instead, we can remind current students that Suffolk County Community College has their back, and help is always down the hall. Since I am on the topic of our unique campus culture, I ask you to pay attention to the folks behind the counter in the registrar, the health office, or any other office on any of our 3 campuses, and you'll notice that each of these staff members is always smiling and always willing to help a student with whatever they're going through. And these good vibes and this positive energy that they emit can be found all over our campuses and all over the college. This energy is part of our culture. You can't write this into standard operating guidelines or into student handbooks. This type of energy is fostered. It is fostered by the nearly 27,000 students, 140,000 alumni, and distinguished faculty, staff, and administration. Therefore, I couldn't be prouder to be a Shark and a student here at Suffolk County Community College, and I couldn't think of a better person to lead this amazing institution. Congratulations, President Bonahue. Thank you.
Thank you. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Zachary. Joining us now from the foundation is the chair of its board of directors, Belinda Alvarez Groneman. Belinda is also an alumna who has dedicated many years of service to the development and growth of the college's foundation. Please welcome her to the podium. Found my glasses.
Good morning, everyone. I have a different speech here, I'm just saying. Having served as a trustee of this wonderful institution, and I must give a big shout out to my foundation board. So stand on up. It's not about me. Let's go. I have the good fortune of working closely with the college's chief executive and leadership team. Together, we celebrate success and we've overcome challenges. We've launched meaningful academic programs, built fabulous teaching and learning facilities, and we've raised millions of dollars in support of our students. That's important, millions of dollars. We've celebrated our alumni and assembled a distinguished and dedicated faculty. We mark today, and it's been mentioned many times, President Bonahue, you're the 7th president of this wonderful college. I'm good with that. The professionalism that Dr. Bonahue brings to our data-driven decision-making will surely help drive SCCC in the right direction. There's a lot that I have here to say, but between the county executive and Mary Reed, they basically said everything. So our college family welcomes Dr. Bonahue and his family to Suffolk. And we extend our very best wishes to Dr. Bonahue, his beautiful wife, Tina, sons Alex and Edward, and daughter Maddie. Stand up, come on. You guys deserve it. So I just want to say, Dr. Bonahue, there are many people that are here that we were all part of the search committee. If you're here from the search committee, please stand up, because we are so proud to have the 7th president. Come on, Angie, let's go. It's Lisa. There you go. Dante, Mary. So I'm going to end by just saying, let's go Rangers. I'm sorry, let's go Sharks.
Thank you, Belinda. Extending best wishes from the thousands of college employees welcoming Dr. Bonahue as the new president of SUNY Suffolk, please welcome Dr. Dante Morelli, Professor of Communication Studies.
Thank you, Lizzie. President Bonahue, it's with great pride and pleasure that on behalf of all the employees at the college, that we welcome you as our 7th president to Suffolk County Community College. It has been clearly evident you have been spending a great deal of time getting to know the employees that serve our fine institution. And as you know, most of the college employees here belong to one of 3 of the collective bargaining units, with the Faculty Association being the largest. The Faculty Association is a proud union, a union of professionals, a union that has educated, mentored, and graduated the 140,000 plus alumni who have gone out, made incredible contributions to society, especially here in Suffolk County. In fact, the entire work of the Faculty Association encompasses the entire student experience, from the moment a student starts thinking about college all the way up through to graduation and then serving them as alumni. We're also a proud union that stands in solidarity with our sisters and brothers of the AME. And President Bonahue, I'm going to let you in on a little secret that I think you probably already know. If you really want to know who keeps the college running, it's the members of AME. It's the members of AME who are often the first voice and or face a student sees or hears when they walk onto campus or pick up the phone to ask for assistance. They keep our departments running. They maintain our buildings and grounds. And the proud members of AME proudly protect and serve at our 3 campuses in downtown centers as public safety officers. The Faculty Association and AME also stand in solidarity with our union siblings in the Guild of Administrative Officers. For many members of the Guild first started out as members of the Faculty Association, and they have gone on to take on important leadership roles at the institution that serve students and advocate for faculty. Dr. Bonahue, on behalf of our 3 bargaining units, the Faculty Association, AME, the Guild of Administrative Officers, and the executive leadership team, we welcome you, we welcome your family to our community. The college has faced many challenges during its tenure, and there are challenges ahead, but your vision and your values align with all of the employees here at the institution who serve Suffolk County Community College. We welcome you, we congratulate you on being our president. Thank you.
Thank you, Dante. Wow, I'm gonna have to pull that down. Thank you, Dante. Please join me in thanking these representatives from the community that are so vital to the successful operation of our college. We thank them for sharing their sincere best wishes for the continued success of this institution under the leadership of Dr. Bonahue. For our next musical interlude, please welcome the Suffolk Singers as they perform Samuel Barber's Shore on This Shining Night.
Shining,
Thank you to the Suffolk Singers, and once again to Dr. Kavanaugh and Dr. Wright for that wonderful performance. Representing the University of New York's Chancellor, we now welcome Christy Woods, a member of SUNY's Board of Trustees and the President of the Faculty Council of Community Colleges. Professor Woods' remarks will be followed by the investiture of Dr. Edward T. Bonahue, at which time she will be joined by Dr. Bonahue and the Chair of the College's Board of Trustees, E. Christopher Murray, for the presentation of the Presidential Medallion. Please join me in welcoming SUNY's President of Faculty Council of Community Colleges, Christy Woods.
Good morning, Suffolk County Community College. It is my pleasure to be here with you today. And thank you, Dr. McCormick, for that generous introduction. And thank you all for such a warm welcome here to your beautiful campus. Doesn't it feel good to finally be back together again in person? Yeah. So I will say I met Dr. Bonahue via Zoom. It's always nice to meet someone in person, face-to-face, three-dimensional, so it's wonderful to be here and to meet him as well as all of you. And I do have to put even though I have about 18 font, I still need my glasses to read. So I could not be more thrilled to be here. It's an honor to be representing the SUNY Board of Trustees, Chancellor Stanley, and Senior Vice Chancellor Duncan Poitier at this wonderful celebration. As many of you know, Senior Vice Chancellor Johanna Duncan Poitier was scheduled to give the induction this morning, but Johanna is fine. However, earlier this week she tested positive for COVID, and she wasn't able to join us today. She's very disappointed to not be here, sharing how much she loves Suffolk. She sends her very best wishes, and she's watching all of this right now via live stream. One of the reasons why she is so disappointed is that a big part of her responsibility is representing the Chancellor during presidential searches for community colleges of SUNY. This means that she has been an integral part of the lengthy, rigorous, and important process that brought us all to this stage today. I am proud that I too played a small role in that process as a member of the SUNY Board of Trustees. Like the Suffolk Board of Trustees, the SUNY Board of Trustees is committed to ensuring that we appoint the right leader for each of our 64 campuses. And we believe we have that with Dr. Edward Bonahue here at Suffolk Community College. Already we have seen he is a strong leader who has the vision, talent, and skill set to lead this fantastic college into the future. Johanna often refers to you as one of SUNY's superstars. I refer to you as Suffolk Community College as one of the gems of the SUNY system. So on behalf of my colleagues, I would like to especially express our gratitude to the search committee for their months of hard work, led by their chair, Suffolk trustee Teresa Sanders. They were absolutely committed to finding the right candidate. I would also like to thank the college's Board of Trustees and their chair, E. Christopher Murray, for his work to make the process highly selective and inclusive. So thank you very much. And I thank all of you here today for all that you have done and continue to do to lift Suffolk County Community College. You have created a community college here of which people want to be a part. Finally, Dr. Bonahue, we are so pleased that you returned to New York State to lead one of our largest community colleges. And now, the all-important investiture, the moment you've all been waiting for. May I ask the College Board Chair and Dr. Bonahue to join me here at the podium. Dr. Bonahue, you have the most important privilege and responsibility of leading Suffolk County Community College, established in 1959, to the fulfillment of its great promise as an institution of higher learning and an integral part in the region. As Chief Executive Officer, you are assigned all powers, duties, and responsibilities appropriate to the post. We are confident that under your leadership, this institution, pursuing the highest traditions of teaching, scholarship, and public service, will continue its dedication to the region, to the state, to the nation, and to the world. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the State University of New York, I hereby present you, friends of the college, the 7th president of Suffolk County Community College, Dr. Edward T. Bonahue. Thank you very much. So congratulations, Dr. Bonahue, and remember, 7 is a very lucky number.
On behalf of the college's Board of Trustees, I congratulate you, Dr. Bonahue, on the occasion of your investiture. Our board extends its best wishes for your ongoing success and pledges its support as you continue to promote the value of our college. An outstanding institution with a rich history, dedicated faculty and staff, and all committed to the success of our students. To introduce our president in advance of his inaugural address, I invite Trustee Teresa Sanders, Chair of the Presidential Search Committee, to the podium.
Thank you very much, Chair Murray, and thank you. I will get to script, I promise you, Mary Lou. But this day is personal. As the chair of the search committee, unprecedentedly going through a pandemic, searching for candidates, the best, you all see the cream has rose to the top, and we are very excited. It was a challenge, but since assuming the presidency of our college last summer, Dr. Bonahue has been very busy. He has provided active leadership in directing efforts to complete the college's 2022 to 2027 strategic plan. Engaged in meetings and conversations that will help set new directions for this institution, and he has taken steps to meet with individuals and corporate leaders who can help us all in our efforts to advance this college. From the very beginning of his tenure, he has been faced, and even before that, through the search process, he's been faced with challenges and difficult choices. The ever-shifting COVID-19 pandemic, the current economic climate, unprecedented enrollment decline has only served to demand more from him. And we thank his family for giving that time that we needed to integrate him into this college family. He's provided more creativity, more consensus building, more communication, more leadership, all of which he has demonstrated consistently. Dr. Bonahue is focused upon ensuring that the value of this college, its programs and achievements, continues to be visible to our communities and continues to uplift our communities. He has impressed us all by all that he has done to encourage collaboration, to develop meaningful goals, to pursue additional resources, all with a seriousness of purpose and a good sense of humor. We are excited about the college's future under his leadership, and we are ready to support him as we move forward. It is my privilege to be here with you all as I now present Dr. Edward T. Bonahue, the 7th President of Suffolk County Community College. Can we all stand?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and good morning. Trustee Woods, thank you for being here. Chair Murray and trustees, members of the Foundation Board, state and local elected officials, faculty, students, staff, invited guests, and my family. It is a career-defining honor to stand with you today and to accept the deep privilege and tremendous responsibility of serving as the 7th President of Suffolk County Community College. For this Long Island boy, the child of and also brother to lifelong Suffolk County educators, the opportunity to join with all of you in service to Suffolk County is a dream come true and a prayer answered, and thank you very much for this tremendous opportunity. We're assembled today, 62 years after the college's founding, to celebrate a distinguished history of education and service, to reflect carefully on the current moment, and to embrace with confidence a vibrant future of expanded access to educational opportunity, equity, and innovation. As you've heard, when Suffolk County Community College was founded in 1959, about 500 students began taking courses in classrooms borrowed from Sachem and Riverhead high schools in the afternoons after high school classes were over. Those first students came from a growing county with about 600,000 residents. Today, as you know, Suffolk County is home to over 1.6 million residents, representing a far more diverse population, and our annual college enrollment exceeds 20,000 students. After our spring commencement exercises next month, Suffolk will have graduated approximately 140,000 alumni and witnessed the transfer of thousands of those students to four-year institutions on Long Island, within the SUNY system, and throughout the United States, as well as the start of thousands of successful professional careers. Indeed, our graduates are now found everywhere, in our hospitals, in our schools, in our local offices and businesses, among our own college faculty, and among many of the community and business leaders and elected officials here today. And so today we celebrate a decades-long heritage of service and education for the residents of Suffolk County. Our daily work, whether in academics, in student support, in workforce training, administration, or any area of the college, continues a rich legacy of service. We honor and commend the work performed by generations of caring college employees, faculty and staff who could choose to do anything, who could choose to work anywhere, but who have chosen this work, to work here and to embrace this mission of fostering student development, promoting a culture of lifelong learning, and ultimately serving the community we live in. I've learned so much from all of you during the first 9 months of my presidency. I've learned that during the COVID pandemic, both our students and our employees demonstrated incredible resiliency and dedication.
College employees found new ways of meeting students where they are, understanding their needs, and delivering instruction and support services. Especially in the early days of the pandemic, many of us worked around the clock just to manage a virtual continuity of operations. We all learned that our community college students were often among those most likely to have been impacted by the pandemic, and we worked with a sense of urgency, but also pragmatic flexibility, knowing that our students' progress, sometimes even their well-being, rested on our ability to adapt to constantly shifting conditions. In a different area of society, the events of recent years have brought a different, but no less serious kind of national crisis, a crisis of conscience and questioning, a national watershed moment demanding that we confront deep-seated discrimination, disparities, and a legacy of structural inequalities that has led to disparities not only in education, but in housing, employment, healthcare, wealth accumulation. And at the same time, partisan politics seem to impact every area of our lives, leading us to question, what is real? What is science? What is true, even if we think we see it happening right in front of us? So each one of us, like our students, like our college employees, each of us has done our best to be resilient, to make it from day to day, month to month. And as we cautiously but optimistically attempt to peek around the corner of this pandemic and national confusion, we might say, as Sarah wrote in the poem she just read, "Oh, good, you're still here." And someone cares. Yes, here at Suffolk, we care. And we're glad that we're all still here together, and that we remain resilient and strong, and that we will go forward together. Moreover, we know that we are a critical part of the formula for supporting our communities and changing students' lives. Specifically, the essential mission of our college, the necessity of providing an affordable, inclusive education, of providing a pathway to opportunity, has never been more critical. Whether for the children of our alumni or for students who are the first in their family to go to college, whether for our honors students or for those who may not have thrived in their previous education, for students and families who have lived on Long Island for generations, or for newcomers to the United States, for adult students already working, for veterans of military service, and especially for students and families of color who have been historically underrepresented and underserved by higher education. For all of Suffolk County, I have this simple message. Suffolk County Community College is Long Island's own pathway to educational and economic success. As a college learning community, our mission and passion is to be a bridge to success in whatever way you define that success, whether it's basic English language learning, or a GED, or a workforce certificate, or a degree that leads to a family-sustaining career, or the first 2 years of university education, which serves as a foundation for academic advancement and lifelong learning. Our mission is to meet all of these communities' educational needs. And amidst the turbulence of the present cultural moment, we own that the work of education is complicated, but the college embraces this as a critical duty because we know that an educated population is an essential good for our society and our nation. For example, as a member of the SUNY system, one of our commitments to students is to foster a sense of citizenship and civic engagement. We acknowledge that teaching about the rights of democracy, its many individual freedoms, the privilege of self-determination, must also be accompanied by teaching about the responsibilities of citizenship, including service to the community and the country, the rule of law, appreciation for the power of diversity, and the willingness to speak and act in defense of our freedoms. This kind of general education for all students is critical, because through it, students come to understand not only the rights and responsibilities of being an American, but ultimately, by the time they graduate, a sense of the world they live in, the interconnectedness of political, environmental, and economic systems and peoples, and a readiness to navigate that global complexity. So, as we turn the page to a new chapter in the life of this college, the hundreds of employees currently engaging in a new strategic planning process are already writing the next chapter. Here are some of the ideas we know will be foundational to the future of Suffolk County Community College. We affirm our commitment to serving all students, regardless of background or previous experience in higher education. And we know that the future of the college means embracing the part-time student, the working student, the parenting student, as well as those who come to us straight out of high school. We affirm our commitment to providing equity in access and equity in student success. As an appropriate reflection of Suffolk County's diversity, nearly half of our enrollment is now comprised by students of color, many of whom are the first in their family to go to college. And so we know that a failure on our part to embody the values of justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion means that we may fail to serve deserving students who need our support the most. We affirm that as a comprehensive community college, career training and workforce development and economic development are integral and fundamental parts of our mission. While we are proud of the thousands of students who move annually through our arts and sciences programs, graduate from our honors programs, and often transfer to highly selective universities, we are equally proud of our nurses, our welders, our bakers, our programmers, our paramedics, our machinists, and our accountants. We respect that not everyone has the resources or the privilege to be a full-time student for 2 years, and so we share our students' sense of urgency about workforce training, even while we develop pathways that will ultimately lead all students to degrees. In short, our long-term mission and strategy will affirm that the fundamental definition of Suffolk County Community College, the essence that defines it and us, lies in the hundreds of interactions our students experience every day. Touch points in the classroom, in our services, and from the first time they meet an admissions counselor until they walk across the stage for graduation into their alumni status. The student's experience is the reality of the college, and we will keep that truth at the center of how we carry out our mission of student success from day to day, from semester to semester, and from year to year. We who work at SUNY Suffolk cannot and do not perform this work alone. Our budget and governance are tied closely to Suffolk County and to the SUNY system. And as someone who is returning to New York from a state with a far different system, I can tell you we at Suffolk are blessed to have the support of our partners in the county legislature and in Albany. At the same time, we look forward to strengthening our many current ties with employers from every sector of business and industry, and to forging new relationships as well. Our career training programs are at their highest level of performance when we work hand in hand with employers and business leaders who invest their expertise and guidance. And we appreciate their investment of time and energy in the students who will become their future employees. And because the cost of education still too often puts it out of reach for deserving students, we affirm our commitment that a Suffolk education must remain an affordable education. The work of our College Foundation as a vehicle for supporting student scholarships and basic needs allows any of us and all of us to invest in our students. The college is justifiably proud that we convene so many community partners who come together to change the lives of our students, and they do so because we know that our students, with the benefit of an education that began at Suffolk County Community College, are the future of Suffolk County and the future of the world. I know you will all join me in expressing gratitude to all those who have worked tirelessly over the past 2 years on a presidential search process that was greatly complicated by the COVID pandemic. I offer my profound thanks to all the members of the Presidential Search Committee, many of whom are here today, and whose efforts were led by Trustee Teresa Sanders. Thank you so much, Trustee Sanders. And I'm equally grateful for the leadership and unwavering support of our entire College Board of Trustees, led by Chris Murray, and I ask our members of our Board of Trustees to stand and be recognized at this time. I would like to thank the members of the Inauguration Planning Committee, led by Vice President Mary Lou Aranio. There she is. Thank you, Mary Lou. And also Dr. Patty Munch. Dr. Patty, thank you. And I think what is literally hundreds of members of their task force who have worked diligently to plan, organize, finance, bake for, and bring to life this celebration for our college community. I'm also honored to recognize the delegates and visitors here today from our sister colleges and universities. Thank you. Your presence here is testament to our shared commitment to learning and an acknowledgement of the many educational, service, and research partnerships that we share. Thank you. I also want to recognize many financial sponsors of today's inauguration for their extraordinary generosity. I'm proud to call these friends of the college friends of mine. And my commitment is that we will turn your investments in the future of the college, into an investment for the future of Suffolk County. To every member of the college faculty, administration, and staff member here today, past and present, thank you for your service to our students and to Suffolk County. The pride we celebrate today and a shared sense of mission and community belongs to you. You are it does, thank you. You are the lifeblood of this college, and with your support, we will ensure that the college we love continues to be a light for our community. Finally, I need just a few moments to recognize my family here today, because my own journey of lifelong learning has been shaped by them. Around the same time that Suffolk County Community College offered its first classes at Sachem High School, coincidentally, a pair of young educators arrived at that same school about the same time. One from upstate New York and one from North Carolina. Both were children of the Great Depression. Both were the first in their family to attend college. He is the son of a railroad laborer. She is the daughter of a laundryman. These two Suffolk County educators understood how an affordable public education could change lives because they lived it. And as their son, I'm proud to say that many of the values I associate with the best of community college education, open access, educational opportunity for all, a rigorous but supportive learning community, and the opportunity to lift up individuals, families, and communities. The foundation of those values was laid for me by my parents. They're here today, and I want to thank them for their lifelong commitment to the value of education. Thank you. Thank you. That was very sweet. Thank you. To my sister, another Suffolk County educator of more than 30 years. Thank you for welcoming me back to Long Island. Although it's not fair that you're retiring right when I'm starting a new job. To my children, Edward, Madeline, and Alex, thank you for bringing music, theater, and a love of learning to your parents' lives. Mom and I are the richer for it. We love you, and thank you for traveling to be with us today. To my beautiful wife, Tina, I say once again thank you for being my best friend, my constant and lifelong partner, both in academia and in life. Every good thing in my life begins with you, and who would have thought that a Long Island boy and another North Carolina girl who met the first night of freshman orientation at a square dance mixer, who thought we could have gotten this far? Thank you, and I love you. SUNY Board of Trustees member Woods, Chair Murray, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, Suffolk County Community College colleagues, students, and visitors. I receive and accept your trust in me to lead Suffolk County Community College, one of the greatest and most important assets of Long Island. Friends and colleagues, I know you join me on this journey as we continue to shape the Suffolk of tomorrow, and thank you very much.
Find out. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings today's program to its conclusion. There is no formal recessional, however. The audience is asked to remain seated until Dr. Bonahue and the platform party have had the opportunity to exit the stage. Everyone is invited to join us for refreshments as we move toward the back of the arena. On your way there, please stop along the Suffolk sidewalk to meet some of our students and view some of their work featured today along this walkway, which has been created as a visual display to capture the essence of the college's work. Dr. Bonahue, please lead the platform party from the stage, and congratulations.